good, and you?
Good, very good. Thank you.
Okay, Scott, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God, what a intense movie. I love the cinematography. I think it's so beautiful. And
Thank you.
Scott, you gave everything that you have to for this character, right?
That's what it demanded. Being at the caught behind enemy lines on the French Belgium border would
Ex-
take just about everything you got during World War II.
Exactly. Rod, what was like the main inspiration for the script that you wrote?
Well, first of all, I didn't write the initial screenplay. It was written by my partner, Marc Frydman, who, when he was 16 years old and living in Paris, interviewed, as part of a school assignment, people from the Battle of the Bulge. And this was a story that was told to him, and he thought even back then when he was a kid,
50 years ago.
50 years, half a century, that's how old he is, 50 years ago, that this would make a terrific film. And he was carrying it around for decades and decades, and he brought it to me, and I read it and thought it needed a little bit more story, but it was an amazing piece. And I'm a military guy myself, and so I very much wanted to do a World War II film while we still could. And yeah, and went right into it. Love
Yeah,
it.
beautiful. Scott, what was like the most challenge part to bring this character together? You know what I mean? Like very challenging, I
Well,
think.
yeah, I mean, I think every time you do a war movie, it's always challenging because it's you carry a big burden, uh, trying to pay respect and to do it correctly and make sure you do it thoughtfully. But this one specifically, 2/3 of the movie, we don't have any other actors besides me, so I've got to make sure I'm interesting on screen for Act Two and Act Three.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he's freezing. It's so cold out there. Très froid. I mean, it was awful. It was about as cold as it gets, and so that could,
Yeah.
that's real suffering that you're seeing sometimes on screen. That's no BS.
Yes, I know. And the cinematography is really beautiful. Rod, what was your conversations with Lorenzo to get to that color palette? It's
Okay,
beautiful.
well, yes, we used uh, very inspired by Army of Shadows,
Hmm.
movie Army of Shadows, and for one, a little bit of some of the color palette of Saving Private Ryan. But we divided the film into three parts. There's a black and white section in the beginning. There's a section of the movie that takes place in the United States, and there is a section of the movie, a big section, the main section that deals with the actual battle, and they all had different color palettes. And so, as I said, it was Army of Shadows for the main sequence, the battle of the Bulge sequence in the film.
We also got lucky.
We
We
had
had
with weather.
clouds every day, which make for real low light.
Right.
Beautiful.
That was great. And one day it just started snowing, and that was a bit of a miracle for us because we could explain how snow got into the film because the snow is beginning and Scott is capturing it. And yeah, Lorenzo is just a genius,
Very
and
talented.
yeah, very, very talented. And we uh, we did another movie that actually the three of us together called The Outpost, and this one where I said we're going to accomplish this kind of shot, and he would say, "This is impossible. This is impossible." And I would say, "It's very possible. We can do it." Like this was, I'm an Israeli, he's an Italian, so that's quite quite a bit of hotheads, and eventually Lorenzo would always figure out how to do these impossible shots. He's really like an absolute magician. He's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, really beautiful.
Thank you.
And Scott, I don't want to spoil, but you have a beautiful scenes with Anjanu. How was like work with her and this interaction with her? I love her. I think she's an amazing actress.
Extremely talented, and what a lovely lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so much color in her performance. It makes it really easy to be in a scene because you get to react to her beautiful performance.
I think it's one of the best those scenes especially the latter one, is the best performance that I've ever seen from Scott. That's not physical. It was just extraordinary. But I will give credit to my wife for her casting, because we were considering it, and she was on a list, and my wife had seen her in Lovecraft County, and she said, "You got to hire that woman." And I said, "But no, you got to hire her." And I said, "Okay, you win." And I called up Ingenue, and she agreed to do it, and she gave a big hug to my wife and thanked her for her role. So that was how Ingenue came to be in the film.
That's amazing. That's the time that I have you both. Thank you so much for your time and a lot of success. Cannot wait to see your next project, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rod, for your time. Thank you.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.